What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over the top 5 teams in the Western Conference, and with the offseason pretty much coming to a halt at this point, we already finished the draft, free agency is pretty much done at this point, and all the big trades are already shipped out, except the Giannis one, which I really don't think is happening anymore. We've come to a point where we kind of know which team is in which position, okay? We know which teams are going to be good, but there are some teams who I truly think are going to overachieve, and there's some who I think are going to just flat out crumble. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 teams that I think will be atop the Western Conference. And some of this list might actually surprise some of y'all, but y'all are going to come to find out I'm actually the best NBA predictor on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 5, I actually have the San Antonio Spurs. As much as I hate to say it, as much as it pains me to say it, I have the San Antonio Spurs. Because this team has just always been good. I was, honestly, bro, the other day I was playing 2K, right? And I was trying to figure out what was, like, the best dynasty ever. Like, what team was those guys for, like, so long? And there was only 2 teams that really came to mind. It was the Warriors, who pretty much did it in, like, small stretches. And then it was the Spurs, who literally did it at the start and end of a decade. And I was like, bro, I've never seen anything like that. And then they're bad for like 3 seasons, and then they're going to be generationally good again. I just know it. I just know this team is going to go on a run real soon. Next season, I think, is the start of it. They're going to make the playoffs. Wemby's going to get some experience. They're going to develop their younger guys. I think Harper is going to have a great rookie season. Maybe not rookie of the year, because he is going to have to share the ball with Stephon Castle, with De'Aaron Fox, but I think he's going to play really good. You're going to see De'Aaron Fox on this team. I think that De'Aaron Fox-Wemby duo is actually going to be a lot better than people think, because what do you have? You have a freak athlete, and then you also have another freak athlete, and like the fastest player in the NBA. It's between him and Amen Thompson, and it's just going to be absolutely insane. And Stephon Castle was also such a good rookie. He won Rookie of the Year. Wemby won Rookie of the Year. They might even get another one in Dylan Harper, and I expect this team to be pretty damn good coming next season. Coming in at the number 4 spot, I actually have a team that might actually surprise some of y'all. I'm low-key going to put the Phoenix Suns on here, and I just don't think that they're going to be a great playoff team. In fact, I think that if this team does make the playoffs, they're going to be first round exits. But I think in the regular season, they're actually going to do really good numbers, and I would not be surprised to see them as a top 5 seed. On top of that, I actually think that the play of Jalen Green is actually really good in the offseason, especially when it comes to March. Bro, if it's March, just know Jalen Green is going to be the best basketball player on this planet. Any other month of the year, you might actually see a genuine terrorist of the sport on your TV screen. But in March, there's no Jalen Green's going to go off. Devin Booker just signed a massive extension this season. Literally not even this season. Literally today for $72 million a year. Like, what? That's crazy, bro. When you look back at like what some of these players used to make back in the day, it was like 15 mil. It was like the best player. And now you have a guy like Devin Booker who's not, like, no shade to Devin Booker. He's not a top 5 player in the NBA. And he might not even be top 10. And he's making $72 million a year. It's absolutely absurd. But, man, shout out to him. Devin Booker has been the soul of this Phoenix Suns team. And I actually think they're going to do pretty solid next year. They have Dillon Brooks. They still have Bradley Beal. They're still yet to figure out a buyout situation for him. They will figure it out eventually. I'm hoping, at least. And I am also really high on Ryan Dunn. And not to mention, they just picked up Khaman Maluach, who I think is going to be a very good NBA player. Super hustle guy. I think that the Suns are actually going to be not bad. They're going to suck in the playoffs, but they're going to be shocking some people in the regular season. I just see it, dude. I just see it. Next up, this one is pretty obvious. I mean, their depth was so horrible the past few seasons that now that they got some sort of decent depth, this team is actually looking scary. And we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets, who in this offseason, let's just go over what they did. They traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson, basically upgraded version of Michael Porter Jr., better defense, pretty much the same play style, a little bit better efficiency, and like just pretty much the same player as Michael Porter Jr., but this version actually has the X button. So, other people can actually get the ball sometimes. And then they were able to go out of their way and bring back Bruce Brown, who I actually said would have been the right move for Denver to do because they needed a glue guy. They don't have a glue guy. They don't have that guy which every single team needs that's just going to go out there and hustle. And they got him back. And he's also the same guy that did the same thing for them the year they won a championship. Now he's here. Not to mention they still got to keep Peyton Watson. they picked up Jonas Valanciunas, who was just edging everybody when the Denver Nuggets found out that he was considering playing for Greece instead of Denver. And like today, he actually did come out and say that, you know what, I'm actually gonna be playing for Denver. Man, I know that his wife was probably pissed at him when he said that, but I think that this is just such a good addition to this Denver Nuggets squad. You know, you still have the development of Christian Braun. You still have Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, who literally took the OKC Thunder to Game 7. But I still don't think they're as good as OKC, which is the next team that we have up. And you're like, whoa, yo, you just put the defending champs, Oklahoma City Thunder, at the 2 spot. Well, let me explain, okay? Let me explain. I know that it's crazy for me to put this team at 2. They just won a championship. They just went off 2 Game 7s and just battled hard throughout the entirety of the playoffs. But I am going to put them at the number 2 spot because I simply think that next coming season, this team is just not going to be playing as hard. Mind you that this entire list is for the regular season. This is the top 5 standings, okay? We're talking about first seed, second seed, third seed. And I don't think the OKC Thunder are going to try to win another 68 games again. Simply because they don't have to. Like, I don't think that they're going to go out their way and be like, you know what, we're going to have to dominate the regular season all over again and then be burnt out in the playoffs. I mean, you saw what happened to Jalen Williams. He was beat up the entirety of the playoffs, and I don't think that that's how their approach is going to be coming into next season. I think that we're going to see a more conservative approach when it comes to the play style of this team. I still think that they're going to be an absolutely amazing team in the regular season. Shai's probably going to be an MVP candidate, but I don't see this team really being that first seed 70-win team again. I think that they're going to kind of take a step back and have their main focus for the playoffs. Coming in at the number 1 spot, the number 1 seed, I think it's going to be the Houston Rockets. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Rockets fan. I'm saying that because this team was just a 50-win team this season. On top of that, they are also a team which pretty much got messed up, okay? Well, I'm going to say it how it is, bro. We got shat on by Steph Curry in the playoffs, okay? That shit hurt, okay? This team has just been the son of Steph Curry for like the last 10 years. And I think that after not only this fandom felt it, right? But the players of this organization, the young players finally felt it for the first time, losing in the playoffs. I think that is not going to be sitting well with them over the course of this offseason. This team is going to come back hungry. They just picked up Kevin Durant. This team is overall the second best team on paper in the NBA, just behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. But I think that they're going to perform well in the regular season because I think they are the most hungry team. You got guys like Thompson. You got guys like Alperen Sengun. These guys are so upset about being eliminated. You think Thompson is just going to let that sit right with them? No, he's definitely going to be working hard over the course of the offseason to come back next year and maybe go on an actual WCF run because I think that is the floor of this team. I've said that for a while. And with that being said, Kevin Durant probably has more motivation, more fuel to the fire than he ever has before. Are you saying that you're just going to go team to team to team and just be like, wow, okay, let me just bounce off to the next one now? No, Kevin Durant cannot do that. That is going to tarnish his legacy because as far as we know right now, ever since Golden State, ever since the Nets, Kevin Durant just has not done anything, bro. He really did not do anything with the Phoenix Suns. And you know he's going to be super motivated to turn that entire script around, to be like, okay, I can win without Steph Curry. I can win on my own team. And this is the best team that Kevin Durant has had in literally probably since Golden State, if we're being honest. Because if we talk about the Nets and the Suns, both of those teams were super top heavy. They weren't a team. They weren't so well positioned as how the Houston Rockets are right now. They have a guy for pretty much every single role. And everyone on this team is just so good at defense, so good at hustling. They have a great coach in Ime Udoka. I think that this is overall one of the best teams that Kevin Durant has ever played for, in my opinion, since Golden State. So I truly do think that this team is going to achieve that and more. I think they're going to be a first seed. And I wouldn't be surprised if this team ends up winning like at least 62 games because, look, Kevin Durant, when motivated, when healthy, he will go on an absolute tear. He's going to give you 27 points a night. This team also has so many depth contributors on this team. It's going to be so much fun, bro. I'm super excited. I'm a Rockets fan myself, but I truly think that, all bias aside, this team is going to be a lot of fun to watch. But that is my top 5 standings of the regular season, my predictions for them, and where I think the season is pretty much going to go once the regular season ends. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is pretty accurate? Do you have another team making it? I know I had some pretty hot takes up in here. So if you completely disagree, let me know why. Let me know what your top 5 predictions is for next season. If you're serious, the star, I appreciate you, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take care.